Hey, Doug Brown here, and today I want to talk to you about how you can know whether a storm is coming and what to watch for. So it is July 2021. I'm up here at our house in Orleans, Massachusetts, and there's a hurricane coming up the coast. And we've been watching it for a while. It started in tropics, went through Cuba, came over Florida, and it's headed up through the Carolinas here coming in tomorrow. And we'll walk down to the cove. So we know it's coming. We know what to look for. We look at the weather forecast and we know that there are certain things we have to do to prepare because we know that it's coming. And it's just going to be a tropical storm here, but still, we have to pay attention to things because it's going to be 50-mile-an-hour winds. That's the forecast anyway. And there's a forecast. So what does this have to do with your business and your law practice? Well, just like there are leading indicators of a storm coming, the pressure gets low, you can see the hurricane building, there are leading indicators of how you're doing in your practice. This came up as I was talking to a client of mine, and they were trying to figure out this concept of metrics. And so we talked about things like leading indicators. What can you watch so that you don't get surprised by the storm? Because if you look around behind me, I'm going to turn in a second, the cove today, it's a cloudy day, but it looks like a pretty calm day. You wouldn't know tomorrow the boats will be out of the cove and it's going to be 50-mile-an-hour winds and this cove will be choppy and probably not navigable. So the things to watch for in your practice, one of the things to watch for, leading indicator, is to pay attention to your financials more than once a quarter or every half year when your accountant gives you a view in the rearview mirror. You have to know what drives your practice. If it's billable hours, then you have to have enough work coming in to bill the right number of hours. If it's not billable hours, if it's contingency, then your leading indicators include things like what's the client pipeline look like coming in and what's the capital required to be able to fund those. You have to look at those leading indicators regularly. I mean, we look at them at least once a month because if you wait, that's my boat right over there, my little boat, which I just put a new motor on. I'll tell you about that another time. If I waited till tomorrow when the wind was whipping, I wouldn't be able to get that boat out of the water and it might be okay, or it might get swamped. It's a whaler, so it won't sink, but who knows if it can slip the mooring and hit on the rocks over there. So when you're thinking about avoiding the storm in your practice, think about what are the leading indicators, largely about revenue. What are the things that you can do today to make sure that you're prepared for tomorrow? Because so often we'll take the calm sunny day and we don't even know what to look at for tomorrow. So what specifically you look at might be a little bit different depending on your type of practice. If you don't know how to do this, it's okay because they never taught you how to do this in law school, and CLEs don't really teach you this. They talk about marketing and business development, and that's great, but they don't talk about the things you need to do to make sure you're ready for the coming storm. So, if you'd like to share what you look at or ask a question, go ahead and leave it in the comments below, or you can reach out to me. My address is in the comments, and we can have a conversation about where you are right now and where you want to go. Because sure as I'm standing here, there will be a storm coming in your practice. And when you know the leading indicators of what to look for, you can navigate around it, you prepare for it, and who knows, maybe that storm, like we're going through right now in 2021, can be the thing that propels you forward. That's all for today.